What's going on, guys? Void Fox back in another video. Today, I am trying out a challenge that one of my subscribers and Discord members recommended to me. His recommendation for the challenge was, in HellDivers 2, use starter gear and see what difficulty you get to. Now, he didn't specify what starter gear was, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put on the basic armor, basic helmet, basic cape, and I'm just going to use everything that they get to you from the start. Anyways, let's get this started. Now, before we start the mission, I have to make some ground rules for this challenge. Obviously, number one, I have to use starting gear. Anything that they get to you from the start of the game, anything like, I think under level 5 will count. Number two, I have to exfil. If I don't exfil, it's not going to count. Number three, I have to get out with at least one sample. And number four, I have to also do at least one side objective if the mission has them. With that being said, let's get right into it. So starting out, we have our first mission, which is going to be a pretty easy one. We just have to terminate the illegal broadcast, and obviously I'm going to be doing all the commentary after the video's over, so if it doesn't line up perfectly, that's why. So right now, I'm just trying to figure out what to do. I got some samples over here. I got to grab those for the mission, obviously. At least one. Since there's two there, I decided to grab both. And the pod. Pods are really great for getting super credits and all those things. Next, I'm going to go over to the terminate. And when I was doing this, I figured something out. I could just chuck an orbital precision at it, and hypothetically, it would work. But yeah, it doesn't quite work. So what happens was, I get up this hill, I get right about close enough to it, and I chuck it. I hit it properly. Pretty damn close to it. Only problem was, I'll let the video show you what happens. It doesn't take it out. So I just gotta lob some grenades at it until it goes up. There we go. So now I am ready to extract, and that is the mission.
Preparing for touchdown. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
The second mission is, I thought would have been pretty easy. It's exterminate the Terminids. Basically, easy 200 kills. Not so hard, right? Wrong! This was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in this mission. So various amount of times throughout the mission, I ended up getting my ass handed to me, thinking that I wasn't going to exfil. But then finally at the end of the game, I somehow pull through, almost dying several amount of times, getting down to my last reinforcement. And then I finally get down to the shuttle. And I jump in, almost breaking my neck in the process. And almost getting killed by this hunter, I think it is. And then I just get the hunt, which makes that another successful piece.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Finally, we have the last mission. So I had to get the SSD hard drive and carry it to the location. So right as I'm about to get to the objective, I get back in and I end up losing the SSD hard drive into the lake. Because the brood mother was just like, haha, we're gonna kill you and water that will fucking drown me. So I ended up having to abandon the mission, which conceded in the loss of the challenge, which got me to the highest difficulty of 3. Now, during this recording, I thought about something that I never thought I would think about while doing this challenge. I thought it was just a challenge, but no, in reality, it's shocking how much we rely on our armor types, our weapons, everything. During this challenge, I had to reload my AR several amount of times, which I don't have to do with the energy weapons. Unless you overheat it, which you do have to reload it. And the LMG, I'm not used to using the LMG anymore. I use the grenade launcher now and I just keep lobbing them. And the grenades, I use the impact grenades. So when I use the impact grenades, it's just throw it, explodes. Right on the target. I'm not used to using the sand grenades where you have to actually let it cook for a few seconds before it going off. That got me killed a couple of times. And then the stratagems, I'm not really using those stratagems except for the Eagle Airstrike, which I use all the time. That one is helpful. It can take out automaton posts, terminid bug holes. It can take out anything. That one was one of the ones I had to use the most in order to succeed. But the sentry gun, I remember why I don't use the sentry gun anymore. It's just fucking awful. If that thing maybe lasted 5 or 8 more seconds, I probably would have been able to make it through that exterminate mission 2 or 3 times over, maybe, without dying. But because it gives up so easily, it's just not worth it, and it got me killed a bunch of times. The armor, though, is the thing that I do the most. So I'm wearing the War Bond armor, which basically gives you not an upgrade in the armor, but it helps you reduce injury to where you don't die. You can survive a lethal encounter, which is helpful for me because, as you saw in this one, I was having to get reinforced a lot. So I think this is really just not really a challenge, but it was more of a wake-up call to us HellDivers that our loadouts are necessary for us to beat the automatons and the terminids. So if someone's like, hey, use this loadout, or hey, we're going to kick you if you're not using the railgun, don't listen to them. Use whatever meta you want. The meta is the meta you make. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. Alright guys, that wraps up for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with Void Fox on the SES Custodian of Family Values. Void Fox out.